The hardest part of becoming yourself is losing people who still love you. Not the ones who hurt you. Not the ones who walked away. The ones who still call. Who still check on you. Who still love you the same, but can no longer reach you where you've gone. It starts quietly. One day the conversations feel a little shorter. A little more surface level. You're sitting across from them, smiling, but something in you is already somewhere else. Not because they changed. Not because they did anything wrong. But because in the last year, you did. And then the guilt arrives. Because they're the same. Same laugh. Same stories. Same comfortable version of the world. They still text you the way they always have. Still show up when they say they will. Still love you back, genuinely, quietly, and you love them too. But you can no longer live inside the life you used to share. So you do something quietly painful. You perform. You put the old version of yourself back on when they walk in the room. You laugh at things you've grown past. You pretend to care about conversations that no longer feed you. Not because anyone asked you to. Because telling them who you're becoming feels like a kind of betrayal. But your body keeps the score. There's an exhaustion after those visits. A quiet heaviness on the drive home. Like you spent hours wearing a coat 3 sizes too small. Like you had to leave your whole self at the door. Just to fit back into a version of you that no longer exists. Here's what makes this grief so disorienting. There's no one to blame. No betrayal. No explosion. No falling out. Just a slow, silent growing apart. Like 2 trees planted side by side from the same soil. One eventually leans toward the light. Even if it means leaning away. And people around you will misread it. They'll say you changed, as if that's a flaw. As if growing beyond your old life is something to apologize for. They'll say you think you're better now. They'll cast you as the villain in a story that has none. Just 2 people who grew in different directions. But here's the truth you need to hear. Staying small to keep others comfortable is not love. It is self-erasure dressed up as loyalty. Real love never asks you to stop becoming. Real connection makes room for who you're growing into. If you have to disappear to keep the peace, you were never truly seen. What you're actually mourning isn't them. It's the version of yourself that once belonged with them. The you who laughed at those things. Who needed exactly what they had to give. Who felt completely at home in conversations you've since outgrown. That version was real. And grieving it, as you move on, is not weakness. That is grace. You don't have to make them wrong to move forward. You don't have to build a case to close a chapter. You don't have to hate someone to know you've grown past them. Some people were meant to walk part of the road with you. Not every mile. Holding on past their season doesn't honor the love. It only delays your becoming. Growth was never going to be painless. The grief you feel right now is not evidence of a mistake. It is proof that you loved something real. People who outgrow others aren't cold. They're the ones who love deeply enough to keep becoming. And that's exactly who you are. Subscribe for more.